And we're live from atop of the Action Safety. Well, I guess it's not the Action Safety Supply broadcast booth anymore, but we're live from the scaffolding at center ice. This is Bronco Hockey Live as your UCO Broncos get prepped for Maryville. Joining me shortly will be my esteemed partner in crime, Curtis Johnson, but we'll go ahead and we'll talk starters here just in a moment as he kind of jumps on in. Thank you, sir. So as Curtis comes on here, we'll talk starters and then go from there. Starting at center will be number 28, Carter Eha. At left wing, number 18, Adam Stalzer. And at right wing, number 19, Vitaly Mikhailov. Your starting D for the Broncos tonight. At left defense, number 6, J.C. Dubecki. And at right defense, number 29, Artem Shura. Starting in net for the goal for the Broncos will be the man himself, number 57, Ben Kelsch. So as we look at the starters tonight, Curtis, what are you excited about most?
Well, a couple of things, James. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Right on. Going with the back end, Dubecki, Shura, strong right out of the gate with the strong pair on the back end. And the Eha line, I think they were probably in the blue gold game the most dominant line, I would say. They obviously got the winner. Vitaly scored the game winner in the blue gold game.
Right.
And I think that's probably the strongest line that we have. They have Stalzer, the puck retrieval type of player, and
right,
who can get the puck to Mikhailov and Eha to make plays. But that's not to say that Stalzer can't carry his weight on the line, but he's the guy that's going to go puck.
He's that grinder guy, yeah.
He's the guy that's going to go muck it up in the corners,
yeah,
and get it to the guys that put the puck in the net. So
absolutely.
I think it's a good complementary line, James.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think as we look at all of the lines across the board, we see just an absolute balanced team.
Yep.
That next line, you can't get any better either. I mean, this one, we'll say number 2 line, but it's a 1-2
sure,
interchangeable lines, and I feel that way about most of the lines here as well.
Yep.
Austin Simpson, Sam Sykes, and Zach Guerra on that line, and that line was dominant at Nationals as well.
Yeah, they were. I think you said it best, right? We don't necessarily have the one true number 1 line, but you got the 1A, the 1B type of thing, and I think, like you just said, depth up and down the lineup, right?
Yeah.
You can't win with one line of scoring. You're going to need all 4 lines. You're going to need 16, and you're going to need 2 goalies going.
Right.
To win a national championship, you can't be a one-line dimension team, and that just doesn't happen. So.
Well, and I think about back when you were playing, and you guys won, because you won 2 national championships with the Chos.
No big deal.
No big deal. You got 2 rings. Greatness in the booth, right?
Yeah.
Greatness in the booth. But it was that same kind of lineup.
Yeah.
Just a really well-balanced lineup that just stuck it out and wasn't afraid to muck it up.
And it goes the same through the pros, through the AHL. It doesn't matter. You can't win if you don't have 4 lines. If you don't have all the same players pulling in the same direction to achieve a common goal, right? You can't carry players if you're trying to win a national championship. You can't carry players if you're trying to win a Stanley Cup, right? You need good goaltending. You need to keep the puck out of your net, obviously. And it goes without saying, you have to score goals. So
absolutely. Third line, not too much farther behind with Andre Blaha. I'm super excited to watch Blaha play this year. Just everything I've heard, everything I've seen, pure goal scorer, and that's great to have.
Yep.
With Liam Tivers and Jordan Scrow. Again, another line that's going to not be afraid to muck it up a little bit.
Sure.
And then that fourth line, let's get some lights going here. That fourth line with Rebman, McMahon, and Mondi. Obviously, Fraser McMahon just been an outstanding player for the Broncos going into his senior year.
Absolutely.
Rebman is that Brad Marchand kind of player, right? He's not afraid to muck it up. He's not afraid to get in there and aggravate guys.
Yep.
We were discussing that at chapel on Sunday, and I was like, "Hey, bud, you kind of remind me of Brad Marchand," and he was like, "That's like the greatest compliment you could ever give me," right?
Let's just hope he can score goals like Brad Marchand.
Right, exactly. Get that 60-goal season, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Mondi, an absolute grinder as well, and Nico Hemming jumping in as that extra forward tonight for the Broncos. Defensively, as we look at this defensive lineup with Burton and Taylor tied together, and then Krause and Bombardier, it doesn't get any better.
No, like
solid.
It's continuity too, James. Really.
Yeah.
I think Jack Taylor sliding in. He was kind of in and out of the lineup last year as a freshman, right? So he's getting a really good opportunity now as a sophomore.
Yeah.
But the other pairs, Dubecki, Shura, Krause, Bombardier, they've been paired together now for 2 full seasons.
Right.
So you get that continuity. You get a sense of knowing where your partner's going to be. That as a D pairing, that's what you need, right? Where's my D partner going to be? If I pinch, is he back? If I go, is he going to stay home, right? And I mean, when you play with a player for that long, you're going to develop that continuity. And again, like I was saying, really the only new pairing is Burton and Taylor, but they've played together before too. When Taylor would slide into the lineup last year as a freshman,
Right.
So.
And Taylor's one of those guys. He's not a big guy.
No.
Right? He's not a big player.
Sure.
But he plays big.
Yep. Plays
and
big.
And he's not afraid to jump up when he needs to.
Yep.
And stuff. So I'm excited to see what the Broncos have this year. Obviously, starting off the season at number 1, playing the number 9, Maryville. This is going to be a good game.
It is going to be a good game. Yeah, you get a top 10 team coming in opening weekend.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what they call, an easy start or a cupcake game.
Right.
Yeah, the boys are going to have to be ready to play tonight because we're playing a top 10 team in the country for a reason. And I said it last week, blue gold. Number 1 team in the country, you're going to get their best every single night. So you have to match that tonight. Intensity level, you got to be able to bring it night in and night out because you're the number 1 team and that team is coming to beat you.
Yeah.
They're not, it's not you're down into the ranks and they're like, night off, easy night. It's, you got to bring it every night.
Every night. Well, we'll go to the anthem here, and we'll be right back. Well, it's gonna be an interesting dynamic here for us, Curtis. One, you don't have your stool.
Don't have the greatest chair, so I might have to stand up every now and again. Hopefully the camera doesn't pick me up, but that's okay.
Right. But we'll make do, and it's going to be interesting getting some of the vocal from the benches as well.
Yeah, and that it's hockey season, James, because we got a packed barn.
Packed barn. When I came in tonight, the parking lot was quite full.
Yeah. You thought the fans got here nice and early?
I was like, I knew the Oklahoma State game was going on, but I think most of the cars in the parking lot were the players' cars.
Yeah.
There was a lot of players.
There was.
It was an interesting watch for a little bit.
Oh, baby. Let's go, James.
So as we get started for period number 1, ACHA will take the face-off, pull up our we're going to do our best reading the roster for Maryville as well. Hartson was in on the face-off for Maryville. As Maryville tries to work this one out, Bronchos pressuring Stalzer with the first hit of the night. Able to put that one across was Dubecki. Now Mikhailov able to send it deep. Pressuring is Stalzer. Another big hit for Stalzer on the night. And ACHA following through as well. Mikhailov now from center. Cross-ice pass over to Shura. Shura will rim it around for Dubecki. Dubecki able to kick that out. And that's kicked forward by ACHA. ACHA from center. ACHA working through the blue line. Maryville taking over. Pressuring now is Guerra for the Broncos. He'll get his first hit of the season. Maryville working their way down and in. That's sticked away by Kelsch. Rimmed around. And again, Burton sending it through. Chipped away by Simpson. Guerra pressuring. Now Sykes. This one sent forward, picked up by Maryville's number 19, McWellen. McKellen?
Mickelwain.
And again, we do apologize. We're reading off of the score sheet.
That was written by a hockey coach.
So we are doing our best on those names, and we'll try to get a printed roster for tomorrow night.
Not exactly an English teacher's penmanship, James.
Absolutely
Better
not.
than my handwriting, though, so I'll give the coach some credit.
Well, there you go.
And we'll work through it.
Stepping in for the draw will be Tivers. And the face-off dot for Maryville, number 9, Schwermer. So Tivers, Maryville able to win this draw back. They'll go D to D, send this one deep. Now Kraus. Kraus rims it around. Unable to connect with it. And Maryville with a quick shot that goes wide over the shoulder of Kelsch. This out in front, another quick shot. That one kicked away by Kelsch. Maryville able to come up with it again. They'll send it back up to their D. Shot goes through, that goes wide. Now Blaha around for Bombardier, picked up by Maryville. They'll try and jam that one home. Unable to do so as that's fought off by Kelsch as well. Maryville from behind the Bronco net. This one comes out to their D. Broncos trying to work this one out. That chipped out to center, picked up by Maryville. 23 and sent in deep. Now Dubecki. Little battle here for a moment behind the Bronco net. Picked up by ACHA and sent through. No ice. Oh, I guess they're going to call an ice. So we'll have an icing.
Maryville's come out with some energy here, James.
They have.
Broncos kind of on the back foot here. They had a couple good shots. Kelsch able to turn them away in the slot, but Maryville coming out with some early chances, a little more energy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, home opener,
and I think
not exactly what you want to see from the Broncos, but.
Yeah, I think this being the home opener, though, at the same time, we're looking at a little bit of knocking that rust off to get the season started, too, right?
Maybe a little jitters, too, involved as well.
ACHA was in for the draw. Dubecki able to rim that around, but it'll go up into the Bronco bench. And we'll have a face-off to the blocker side of Kelsch.
Coach Rivera there getting in a late change. Trying to line match early with the last change.
So in for the draw was Rebman. Able to come up with it was Mondi. Mondi, and that one up and on a play.
Like to see Mondi go north with that, James. It's never, it's not the wrong decision, but I always want to see the puck go north when it gets to the winger rather than come back in your own zone, right? You're going back into pressure, inviting the team to get back onto you. Obviously, nothing comes of it, but when you see that on the wall, you want to just get it, head north, get the puck moving out of your zone.
Yeah, Sykes will step in for the draw. Broncos able to win this one back. Burton to Simpson. Burton able to get a hit in there. This one goes back, and that's gloved easily by Kelsch. 16:43 remaining in the period. Shots 0-2 in favor of Maryville. Broncos need to find their way down to the Maryville end and start working.
Yeah, Maryville's done a good job getting in the forecheck and laying the body early too. A couple big hits in the corner.
Broncos able to win that draw. Taylor able to make sure that Burton can get a hold of that. Now Sykes to Burton. Burton sends this one forward. That's tipped by Maryville. That'll go all the way down. Pressuring is Simpson. Able to come up with it. Sykes, quick shot. That gets kicked away. Broncos able to get that first shot of the night. Guerra from the corner, picked up by Maryville. Good pressure here from the Broncos. Picking up is Taylor. We'll get tangled up for a moment, and Maryville able to stay with it. Sykes able to come in with the hit. Taylor able to tie it up. Quick shot, that goes wide of Kelsch. Now pressuring Mikhailov. Maryville sends this one all the way down. It's picked up by Kraus. Kraus puts on the brakes, tries to send it forward. That goes to Stalzer. Now Mikhailov. Mikhailov sidesteps. Takes the hit, and Maryville will take over from their own end. Adding pressure is Mikhailov, looking to pick some pockets. Now ACHA. Intercepted by Kraus. He's able to send it down. Maryville on the attack again. That'll get rimmed around. Kelsch will play it, drop it. That's picked up by Kraus. Now ACHA to Mikhailov. Beautiful backhand pass to Stalzer. Stalzer able to come in and break into the zone, but met with a hit. Now Maryville from their own end. Pressuring is Stalzer and Mikhailov. Tivers able to stay with it. Play broken up. Now Stalzer sends it back into the zone, picked up by Maryville. That shot wide of Kelsch. Now Mikhailov rims it around. Played by Tivers. Sent forward. A playable puck, I think, in that situation. He was almost to the goal line with the puck. That was reachable, but
yeah, just scored it over the goal line. So can't necessarily disagree that it should have been icing. Maryville, though, they've come out with more intensity, James.
Yeah, absolutely. The Broncos need to find that next level.
Yep. Kind of need to match that. Need to match the intensity level. Really, that's all it comes down to at this point.
Tivers in for the draw for the Broncos. Maryville able to come up with it. Shot wide of Kelsch. 14:27 remaining in the period. Now Kraus. He gets taken down. And we'll have an offside.
Well, it was offside because he got hooked down.
Right.
No penalty, I guess. I mean, not really a whole lot Cooper Kraus could do there.
No, absolutely not.
Had a player on his back, stick in his ribs.
Yeah.
Hooked down, no call, but
Tivers in for the draw again.
Ref setting an early precedent. I guess we're going to have a let the play develop, let the players battle it out, not look for calls maybe that aren't there.
Yep. Kelsch able to cover up again.
And I don't know if we've seen this official before, James.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen him. Obviously, the linesman we've seen plenty of times.
Yep.
But, yeah, I haven't seen him before.
He has a number on the back of his jersey. Does
yeah,
that mean
so
he
that
refs a little bit higher level, maybe?
He probably refs
East
up in
Coast
the coast, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I know the A they have numbers on their jerseys as well.
Yeah, right.
So Broncos sending this one down to center. It's picked up by Maryville. They'll try to work it out of their own end. And they'll send it deep into the Bronco zone. That's picked up by Kelsch. That'll pop off the back of the net. Kelsch got a little worried there. I got a little worried. I think we're all a little worried. But a good battle so far. Burton puts on the brakes. He'll try and get this one sent forward. Broken up by Maryville again. Burton sends this one, tries to send this one out. Shot past Kelsch, and Broncos are battling to get out of here. Blaha chips this one forward.
I think the ref maybe missed a penalty there on the Broncos, too. I think Tivers saw numbers.
Huge hit from Kraus.
Nice hit. Kraus stepping up with his head down.
Now Rebman. Rebman comes up the far side, tries to drop it in front. Man, if Frank Mondi had his stick down and ready in that spot, that could have been one for the Broncos. Kraus sends this one forward again. We're going to have another penalty coming up, or a penalty coming up. It's going to be a slash on Cooper Kraus, I believe.
I think it might be Redmond on the back.
Oh, is it going to be on Redmond?
Yeah. He let the first two go, but 3 whacks on the stick and one too many. I like the back pressure, but yeah, your D's got it covered there, right? Like if you're Redmond, it's a one on three essentially.
Yeah.
I like the back pressure, but you don't have to. Yeah, just an unnecessary one.
Yeah. So we'll see the Broncos penalty kill unit for the first time this year. And for the draw is Stalzer.
They're going to send out Harrison. Let's see. Harrison, Prexler, and Chartier on the front end.
Dubecki trying to jam this one out. It goes to Mikhailov. He'll grab a hold and send it all the way down. 12:29 remaining in the period. Shots on goal 1-3 in favor of Maryville. Minute 32 remaining on the penalty to the Broncos. Shura able to snuff this one out. And the ref's not paying attention, and we're tied up right here. Shura and 93. And Shura just got needed. Broncos score! Sykes with the first for the Broncos. And the Broncos strike first. So Sykes strikes.
Nice developing 2-on-1 there, James.
Yeah.
Sykes, Simpson. Simpson, nice little saucer. Sykes knows what to do to those. You put him in the top shelf. Broncos 1, Maryville nothing.
Absolutely.
On a shorty.
Great night. Yeah, and I think it's an unassisted.
Nope.
Nope.
It was a nice pass by Simpson on a 2-on-1.
Simpson is Sykes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. After he made it.
I just saw the refs throwing up the 1-2 only, and
you were trapped with the little brouhaha going behind.
Yeah. So Maryville now trying to pressure. A shorthanded goal for the Broncos. 58 seconds remaining in that penalty to Rebman. And Maryville will have to start from the neutral zone. 46 seconds. Able to come up with it is Guerra. Takes it to that backhand. Strong on the puck.
Nice play there by Guerra.
And the Maryville able to come up with it. They'll work their way down to the Bronco zone. Kraus angling out. Maryville goes up top, D to D, pressuring Tivers. Maryville now trying to get that set up, and that shot goes wide, but what a laser of a shot.
That was a nice one-timer.
Yeah. Burton to McMahon. McMahon tries to split the D, unable to do so. 5 seconds on the power play, or on the penalty kill. McMahon with it. He'll rim it around. Iha from the corner now. He'll battle this one out.
Little extra going on in the corner.
Maryville able to come up with it.
Edwards and McMahon getting into it in the corner.
Shot wide of Kelsch at the other end. Maryville able to come up with it again. They'll try and get a shot. That's deflected by ACHA, and the Broncos are full strength.
Good block there by ACHA to get his skate in the lane.
Tip from Maryville. That goes to Kelsch. Kelsch takes it to the backhand. Sure, rims it around for Mikhailov. Mikhailov tries to tip it forward, but Sykes with good pressure coming through, able to come up with it. Spins off, unable to follow through, though, as he was held up. I love watching this Sykes, Stalzer, Mikhailov group get together. Sykes able to break this one up as well. Simpson jumping in also.
Yeah, physicality's picking up a bit here, James.
Yeah. Absolutely. Maryville sends this one around again. They'll start from behind their own net. Chipped forward for Kraus. Kraus able to send it into the zone. Broncos touching up. Maryville now from their own end. That broken up by Simpson. Simpson to Bombardier. Bombardier to Tivers. Tivers able to get that tip. No ice. 9:20 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal 2-3 in favor of Maryville in this 1-0 hockey game. Maryville from their own net. Little cross-ice pass. They'll try and work their way around behind Kelsch up to the D. Quick shot. That's to the chest of Kelsch. Kelsch able to fight that one off. Maryville trying to pressure again. Kraus able to snuff that out. Now Tivers picked up.
Heads up
By Scro. And that's got to be a high stick.
I think he hit him right in the chest. Not going to lie to you. Looks like Blaha's in some discomfort, though.
So Blaha will be checked out really quick.
It was a puck that he was trying to reach back for.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily pushed up the wall enough, and he got caught looking back. Probably winded, if I'm being honest. First glance, I thought it was actually a pretty clean hit, James.
Did
Maryville player timed it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Caught him in the chin. Well, sort of like,
So-
kind of like chest, and then his shoulder sort of followed through, but
Yeah.
it didn't look from first instinct that he made contact with his head
Yeah.
initially.
Blaha's a big boy.
Yep.
So the Broncos will.
But Ben MacArthur came up, timed it well.
The way he grabbed his face, I thought it was a stick.
Yeah.
That got caught up there.
You're good. The telltale sign usually is if you see the bench react, and a lot most of the players didn't react like it was a
Right.
dirty play, right? Most of the time, if it's a dirty play, the opposing team will react like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was pretty quiet on the Bronco bench. They knew that.
Burton, quick shot. That goes wide, stays behind the net. Pressuring is McMahon. Now Mondi. Burton in the mix. Rebman sends it in. McMahon drops for Mondi. So McMahon and Mondi trying to grind this one out. Puck pops loose. Burton able to stay with it. He shoots wide off that backhand. Big hit from Mondi. Rebman jumping in the mix. Drop pass for Maryville. Shot goes through to Kelsch. She's able to fight that one off to the side. And we'll have a slashing penalty coming up on Maryville.
Yeah, it's going to be Colt Corpse for a slash. Broncos will get their first chance at the power play. Oh, no, it's not going to be 81.
19.
Oh, man. Butchering it. MCIL, I think. McWayne?
Maybe it's an IL. McIlwain?
Could be.
McIlwain? ACHA in for the draw.
We'll just call him Chad.
So the Broncos on the power play. Shots on goal 2-6 in favor of Maryville in this 1-0 hockey game. ACHA able to rim it around for Dubecki. Dubecki sends that one through. And Maryville able to send this one all the way down. Kelsch will leave it behind his own net. That'll get picked up by Dubecki. Dubecki through center, sends it deep. Puck played by the netminder for Maryville. That one broken up all the way down to Kelsch.
Yeah, good stop back behind the net there by Massera, sorry.
Another shot from the Broncos. That's fought off. Massera in net for Maryville. Quick shot from Mikhailov, and that's fought off by Maryville. Back to Mikhailov from the house that Ovi built. Sent across for Burton. Burton up top for Dubecki. Dubecki with the shot. That's kicked away by the D of Maryville. Pressuring his stalls, are able to come up with it is Burton. Maryville able to send this one up to the top. Dubecki tries to play it. Maryville looking for that odd man rush and that breakaway there.
Dubecki just had one last little gasp to get to that. Nice stick to knock it away.
So the Broncos, 21 seconds remaining on the power play. Blaha to Simpson to Sykes.
Good idea there by Sykes. Just couldn't get enough wood on it, get it deep.
That one sent down to Kelsch and now played by Bombardier. Now Simpson tries to send it out in front for Sykes. Now Guerra able to break into the zone. Sykes pressuring. Now Simpson. Maryville able to come up with this one. 2-on-3 here, and Simpson with a beauty of a hit.
Another one well timed. Yeah, the boys are laying the body here. Both teams. A couple pretty big, clean body checks. It's been a pretty eventful opening first 20 here, James. I really do need a new chair, though.
So 5:15 remaining in the period, 4-6 the shots in favor of Maryville, but a 1-0 score for your Broncos. Tivers in for the draw. Tivers able to win this one back for Burton. Shura able to stymie that. It's picked up by Scrow. Scrow sends this one forward. Hemming in the mix. Now Burton. That sticked away. Sent across. Great breakup by Shura, and man, did the Bronco D step up. Another shot fought off by Kelsch.
I think Hemming just saved a goal on the goal line there. Kick save.
And a beauty. And the Broncos, Tivers able to come up with it here. He'll wait, send it across for Hemming. Just a little bit too much on that one as this one comes back around. Tivers pressuring. Play broken up by McMahon. And Maryville caught offside.
Ooh, a little extra there. Pretty good crowd, James.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Well, I think it's Greek night as well. Or Greek weekend or...
Yeah.
So I think all of the...
Rush weekend, as they call it, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't in a frat. I don't know. Don't have a clue.
Heck, I don't know, man.
I don't have a clue. The wrong guy to ask.
So in for the draw is going to be Rebman.
and Chartier. A couple French names on Maryville. Chartier.
Mondi from the corner. He'll get it through to Bombardier, able to pick it up again and rim it around for Kraus. Kraus chips it through. That's sent forward by McMahon. Play broken up by Mondi. Puck in the Maryville net, or in the Maryville bench, sorry.
There's Redmond again, stirring it up.
He's a talkative guy.
Yeah.
Talkative guy.
Got the hockey smile, too, missing the front jib.
Yeah. Potentially should buy him some chiclets, huh?
Nah. You just end up losing it.
So ACHA in for the draw.
James, what's with the linesman holding up the double hands?
So, I've tried to understand the whole points thing. I guess you get a certain number of points, and then after a certain number of points, it's an automatic penalty or something like that.
Does it have to happen?
I don't even know if they know how it works because it's.
Does it have to happen in one face-off to?
I have no idea. I have no idea. And we'll have an icing here on Maryville. But yeah, I don't understand how the points thing works. I've tried to. I've talked to Chuck Schammel about it, and he was like, it's a lot to explain, and it's a whole lot of crazy. But yeah, I think it's after 5, or you get a certain number of points per player that takes the face-off. And if that player goes over the points for the night or something like that, it's a delay a game penalty or a bench minor.
So
or
the
something
linesman
like
have to keep track of that, and it runs for the whole game, or like?
Apparently.
Is this just an ACA rule, or what are we doing here? USA Hockey rule?
I think it's a USA Hockey thing that they're trying.
All right.
I say go back to the old days of just throwing a guy out of the face-off, right?
Yeah, let's not make it complicated. We don't have to reinvent the rules of hockey, I guess. I don't know.
Maryville on the rush here. Play broken up by Bombardier. He'll send it to the corner and then force it forward for the Broncos. That's picked up by Mikhailov. He'll send it to center. It's picked up by Stalzer. Stalzer looking, drops for Mikhailov. Back to Stalzer. Tries to put it on the stick of ACHA, and we'll have a little shindig at the crease. But the Broncos almost put that one in.
Yeah, Massera just gets down, and he just sort of lay it across, try to take away that back door, and I think it might have hit a Maryville player's skate and just kind of trickled in. He's obviously thankful it didn't end up on ACHA's stick on the back door, but pretty good-looking 3-on-2 play by the Broncos.
Absolutely. Whole lot of talk. Whole lot of talking.
Yeah, it's gone a little chippy.
It's an interesting viewpoint now. Obviously we're no longer at the corner,
Buried
so we
in the
get
corner.
a whole lot more.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of the between the benches talk. I mean, so you can straight up do it between the benches now.
Yeah, we could. All we just need is an announcer to go down there and say,
Right?
get
you could just drop a mic.
Yeah. Pass it down to the penalty box attendant.
Right.
Ooh, nice save there by Massera.
Mike Pinto.
Yeah, he can help us out.
Former broadcast partner with me. He could jump in.
There you go. We'll just put him between the benches, and he can be our.
Yeah.
And throwing it down to Mike, down to between the benches.
Absolutely. So Simpson pressuring in the corner. Guerra now. Maryville able to come up with it. However, Sykes has an answer. Taylor.
Physicality definitely ramped up a lot here, James.
Yeah, absolutely. 2:48 remaining.
There's a little extra too.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a little extra after each whistle, man. I think it's going to progress the whole weekend. It's going to be an interesting night tomorrow night as well.
Well, I think start of the season, right? You want to assert yourself and you want to let it know it's going to be maybe a long game, a little extra, but ref's letting it go for now. But we'll see when he starts deciding. All right, I'm had enough of this. Start to send people to the box, right? The roughings and the misconducts and things of that nature.
Well, and depending on what level he is reffed at, he might let things go a little bit differently, and I think he's doing a great job so far. He's letting him play and
I think
see
he
what happens.
doesn't really want to be the story.
Right. Not the good old days back when you played, right?
Yeah. Don't let the ref be the story. Just hang out in the back. That's what they tell the officials.
Yeah.
Hang out. Let the game take care of itself. Don't make it about you.
Good pressure here again for the Broncos. Guerra with a hit in the corner. Tivers able to get this for Burton. Burton sends it through for Guerra. Guerra looking, sends it across for Simpson. Simpson intercepts. Simpson looks, holds, shoots off the side of the net, carries it around to the other side, sends it to the net again. Tivers looking for that redirect. Tivers from the corner. Now Scro. Scro to Taylor. Broncos able to come up with it again. That's Blaha. Now Tivers to Taylor. He sidesteps one, able to get it off the backhand. Blaha trying to get the wheels going. Now Scro from center to Blaha. Blaha waits, shoots, and that's gloved. And woo! Going to play the puck with Scro, and we'll have another get-together, a little extra meeting in the crease.
Little Donnybrook action. I'll get the fans going.
So
I think Maryville's well within their rights to go after.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Scro's,
I think Scro was going to play the puck.
Yeah, but,
right? But then again, gave a little extra with it.
Give a little extra to the goalie.
So we're gonna have matching penalties.
Sort of the accidental, oh, I'm falling. Let me just fall on the goalie.
So 47. So Burton is going to go for the Broncos. 2 minutes of roughing. Okay, so we're going to have matching. Man, this is great just being right here.
Matching roughings 4 on 4.
Matching roughings 4 on 4.
Easy.
Easy cheesy, man. And in the box for Maryville is number 47.
So just matching minors. Nothing extra. I think you probably could have taken Scro, to be honest.
Yeah. It's Drexler. It's either Drexler or Prexler.
It is Prexler.
Is it a P?
It does look like it. It does look like a D.
It looks like a D, but
there are brothers, TJ and
Timon.
Ooh. All right. 24.
That's what I'm going with.
Yep. And it is Prexler. I did double check that.
Timon.
Sorry to the Prexlers.
Sorry.
Again,
we're trying.
We're reading off a, handwritten lineup sheet.
So pressuring is Mikhailov. Able to pick it up is Bombardier.
Oh, nice play.
Mikhailov with a quick shot. That's kicked away by the netminder for Maryville.
So smooth skate to stick there.
1:07 remaining in the period. Moving up is Bombardier. A little 4-on-4 hockey as Maryville tries to turn it the other way. Pressuring. Play broken up by Dubecki, and Kelsch will cover up.
And another coming together.
Yeah, little one. Not as much of a muck up, but yeah, little one.
Pretty good period so far, though, James.
Yeah, absolutely.
8-7 the shots, 1-0 score.
Yeah, Broncos
pretty even,
pulling ahead on that.
Which is
that shot count.
Kind of what we said, though, right? Like,
yeah.
It's a top 10 team coming in. It's not.
Yeah, it's not going to be a high shot count game.
Right. Two teams that obviously have aspirations of winning a national championship.
Absolutely. So Bombardier with it. He'll send it forward for Simpson. Tries to redirect off his skates. Unable to get it through, though. Now Bombardier. Simpson pressuring. 35 seconds remaining. This one sent forward by Maryville. Sent deep. Picked up by Bombardier. Now Sykes. Sykes looking for Simpson. And we'll have an icing with 12.4 seconds remaining in this first period. It's a fun one so far, bud.
Yep. Broncos don't get a change here, but haven't been out too long. Legs won't be in tip-top shape yet, though, so got to keep the ships nice and short. 35.
Maryville looking for another shot there. That's kicked away by Kelsch. Now to Simpson off of another shot, and that'll do it for period number 1. We'll go into period number 2 with 38 seconds of penalty time for both teams, so we'll have a little 4-on-4 to start the period. And we'll just kind of work our way from there.
Yeah, pretty good period, though, James. 8-8 the shots, like we were saying. Like, it's even up.
Yeah.
One team each with a power play. Now we're 4-on-4.
Right.
Broncos, obviously, the difference being that they scored shorthanded. But, yeah, overall, I'd say just, pretty even period.
Yeah.
I think Maryville came out early, kind of set the tempo. Broncos responded with that shorthand goal and started to build from there, but need to see more of the same.
Yeah. Need the student section to get a little more into it.
Yeah. They're giving it to him enough.
They're giving it to him a little bit.
Yeah, they'll ramp up a little bit. It's first game. Give him a little break.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back for period number 2. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson, Bronco Hockey Live. Live from the top of the scaffolding at center ice, this is Bronco Hockey Live. It works.
It does.
It works.
Yeah, the scaffolding broadcast booth.
Hey, you know what? It's a blast, though.
It is, and it's what a prime real estate spot.
Oh, man.
It's great.
You know, if we could be on both sides.
Ooh.
You know, just have a mic that only we can hear. Oh.
Or if we were
fun.
just on a delay and we could cut it out.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
well.
But then you got to hit the button.
Yeah, true.
You got to hit the button for the delay.
Yeah.
All 38 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here for period number 2. As your Broncos and Maryville get set, ACHA will step in for the draw. So ACHA in for the draw. That's one back for Bombardier. Bombardier will carry, sends it across for Dubecki. Dubecki up for Mikhailov. That's broken up. Now Maryville trying to work their way down. They will. That'll go to Bombardier. Bombardier to Dubecki. Dubecki waiting, looking, sends it back to Bombardier. Bombardier through center. Carries, looks for the drop, sends it over to Dubecki. Dubecki with a quick shot that gets through and is held on to by the netminder for Maryville.
Yeah, good little play there. Bombardier leading the rush. Nice little drop pass. Mikhailov slides it over, and Dubecki gets a pretty good look at net, but Maryville's netminder. Massera comes out, smothers it, and we'll get an early faceoff.
Yeah. ACHA in for the draw again, and we'll have a stop. 10 seconds remaining on those penalties. 9-8 the shots in favor of your Broncos. ACHA. Set. Sends it forward. Maryville able to take over. They'll try to work their way out. They'll send this one out to center, and that's picked up by Bombardier. Bombardier sidesteps one. Nice little stick flip there. Quick shot. A little bit of a knuckler. That's tapped down by Maryville. Now Mikhailov. Maryville sends this one out. We're going to have a penalty coming up on the Broncos. That's going to be on Mikhailov.
Yep.
So there's going to be a hook.
Broncos penalty kill, second opportunity of the night. See if they can kill off this 2-minute minor.
So the face-off will come down to the Broncos zone. 19:07 remaining in the period. Sykes in for the draw. With Shura, Kraus, Simpson. This one picked up by Maryville. Rimmed around. They'll pick it up from the corner, send it up top. That'll pop out. Good pressure here, though, from Sykes. Maryville sending this one all the way back, and they'll start from behind their own net. Pressuring with Simpson. Sykes now switches. He's able to pick it up. That's sticked away. And Sykes and Maryville's 23 getting at it there for a minute. Maryville able to work their way down into the Broncos zone here. Kraus with pressure. Now Shura. Shura able to get a stick in there. Maryville able to dig it out. 1:13 remaining on the Bronco penalty. This one comes up to the D. They'll try and send it back down. A little bit of a spin there from Maryville's 24. Now Shura trying to force this out. Up top for Maryville. Quick shot. That's off the skate. Loose puck. And they'll score. And it's a 1-1 hockey game.
TJ Prexler, how you doing? Between the legs, snipe daddy. Woo! Wow, that's a hockey play right there.
Yeah.
Loose puck, couldn't get it to his backhand, so he just said, all right.
Go through the legs.
I'll go through the legs and go top cheese.
Yeah.
Wow, nice goal.
The student section didn't like them going over to him very much, though.
As they shouldn't, but man,
that was a good goal.
That's a fine piece of hockey play right there. One of those ones where you just got to go, yeah, well, nice play, beat us.
Yeah. So,
but if you are the Broncos, loose puck, no
gotta
retreat,
get that out.
Got to come back to the house.
Yeah.
Pick up sticks. He shouldn't have enough time to go from his backhand, pull it to his between the legs, and still be able to have time to roof that.
Yeah, and that got some energy going on the Maryville bench for sure.
Yep.
So the Broncos need to fight this one back and grind this out. So Maryville from the top. Pressuring is Mondi. Looks like we'll have a penalty coming up here on the Broncos.
It's gonna be Burton for a slash. Spear maybe. Got him in the groin.
Maryville with the extra man.
Too many.
They had the extra man.
Yeah, but goalie was at the blue line when they changed.
I thought he was holding up. I was looking above him, I guess.
Goalie was here, and the guy had jumped into the offensive zone. Oh, get away with one, though. Let's see what it's going to be. Yeah, so Burton for a slash. Broncos will go back on the kill, having failed on the last man advantage.
Right. So 17-16 remaining in this second period. Broncos back on the penalty kill. Shots on goal, 9-11 in favor of Maryville, a 1-1 hockey game.
Broncos come out on their heels a bit, James.
Yeah.
And Maryville's decided ratchet it up a couple notches.
Stalls are in for the draw. Maryville able to pick this one up. They'll start from the top. Looking for options, going D to D. Shot goes through, but broken up in the process. I believe that went off Guerra. Shura and Dubecki battling in the corner. Puck comes loose. Guerra trying to get a swipe at it. Quick shot that's kicked away by Kelsch. Back up top. Maryville having to touch up here. And quick offside.
And they don't.
They didn't.
Nope. Good call by the linesman. Harrison just a touch offside, number 5. Just fails to get back on the tie-up. Flowery language.
Little fun, little extra fun. I got to talk more. I pick up a lot of the bench. So the Maryville able to pick up this face-off. They'll send it in deep. 1:16 remaining on the penalty to Burton. Sykes trying to jam this one out. Simpson able to jump into the mix. That's broken up by Kraus. He's able to send it all the way down. Simpson able to get a change. Mikhailov now pressuring for the Broncos. Scrow with pressure. Maryville able to send it off to the other side. Kelsch able to fight that one off, and the Broncos able to send this one all the way down. Mikhailov pressuring. Mikhailov comes up with it, scoots around, gets tripped up. Could have had an empty net there on that backhand.
Yeah. That's a penalty if you're number 47, Prexler. You're saying, yeah, well, I'll take it. Could have been an empty net, so Prexler gets back, hooks him up, but probably saves a goal, so
right.
You take it. Now the Broncos get a chance to answer, James, on the man advantage. After Maryville scored on the man advantage, now UCL will get a crack at it. And the Broncos will send out
Sure. Blaha,
I guess it's
Iha,
a delayed
and
man
Dubecki.
advantage. Forgot that Burton was already in the box,
Yeah.
so 38 more seconds of 4-on-4.
So Blaha able to send this one around, back up to Iha. He tries to jam it, and we'll have no goal, but what a job trying to jam it in on that corner.
Yeah, Iha goes for the jam play and just kind of gets, I don't even know, pushed in, shoved in.
Yeah. So 81's going to go to the box.
And another one of those plays where, goalie's a soft landing place. I don't want to land on the ice. I might as well land on the goalie.
So are we going to go 4-on-3 here?
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be
Yeah, so we'll
Corpse.
have
Yeah, it's going to be Corpse just for the
30,
only rough.
30 seconds of 4-on-3, and then we'll go to 5-on-3 for a little bit.
Which again, I said Iha kind of said soft landing and just went for the goalie. But if you're getting pushed in, I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
At that point, if you're trying to score a goal, you're all right. Yeah, sure. You're going to push me into your goalie. I might as well just fall on him.
Yeah.
Couple seconds for Massera to get reset.
Yeah.
Helmet came off in the ruckus. But yeah, we're gonna be 4-on-4, so lots of space out there.
Yeah. Well, 4-on-3.
4-on-3, excuse me.
And then we'll have a
5-on-3.
A 5-on-3 for about a minute 20.
There you go.
Minute 22.
But with the amount of ice out there, 4-on-3, you're trying to isolate that top forward,
right,
and try to create a triangle or a place where you can get a 2-on-1 by getting one defenseman out of the picture, working it, and then trying to create sort of that extra pass to create an extra lane.
So Iha, Mikhailov, Dubecki, and Bombardier for the Broncos. Maryville able to come up with this one. They'll get a quick drop pass and send this one all the way down and out of play. And that'll head back down to the Maryville zone. So in for the draw is Mikhailov. He wins this one back to Bombardier. Bombardier over to Dubecki. Dubecki holds, sends it back to Bombardier. Bombardier to Dubecki. Quick shot, redirect, and unable to jam it home, and Mikhailov gets another shot off. That gets kicked up and into the netting.
Yeah, they're trying to get that one final pass to Mikhailov, right?
Yeah, 8 seconds on that Bronco penalty. 15:24 remaining in the period. Shots on goal, 9-12 in favor of Maryville. A 1-1 hockey game.
So 8 seconds still to 5-on-3. Simpson, Sykes, Blaha, Guerra going 4 forwards out there. And we'll see. And
we'll see Burton jump on and
jump
move
on.
into that D-man position, right?
Yep.
So Simpson to Blaha, back to Simpson. Simpson to Blaha with a one-timer. That gets blocked away. Blaha able to glove that one down. That comes back to Simpson. Simpson able to send it forward for Blaha. Blaha unable to get through. And Maryville able to send this down into the Bronco zone. Burton chips it off to the side. Drop pass. Picked up by Blaha. A minute remaining on the penalty for Maryville on that 5-on-3. So Blaha from the corner jumps into the mix with, I believe that was Sykes. Now Burton.
Good puck retrieval by Maryville there.
Yeah. Burton to Simpson. Simpson sends it deep. spins off. Guerra into the corner. In support is Sykes. Guerra able to come up with the puck. Guerra rims this one around. That's picked up by Simpson. Simpson to Burton. Back to Simpson. To Sykes. To Simpson. To Burton. To Blaha. Up to Burton. Shot that gets blocked and covered by Maryville's netminder.
Yeah, Broncos had a couple chances there, but they just weren't as precise with the passing. Burton wanted the one-timer just a little bit behind him, and then he tried to set up Blaha, but similar, just not able to find that wheelhouse to take the one-timer. Still 9 seconds of 5-on-3, and then 17 will be all square here, barring any other penalties.
So ACHA in for the draw. Oh, we got a delay of game on Maryville. So delay of game on Maryville. I think a player has to serve.
It's got to be somebody from the ice, too.
Somebody from the ice has to serve the penalty.
So this is the point system we were talking about?
This is that point system we were talking about.
So how many fingers did the ref hold up? 5? 3?
I have no idea.
All right.
So we'll continue the 5-on-3, I believe.
Correct. So how does this work? So that means
so Maryville able to send this one up and out. So I think at the 4 seconds, they go straight to the bench. Quick shot from the Broncos. So I'm confused. So are we now at a 5-on-4? So we're back to 5-on-4. That was
as we should.
That was super confusing.
So what actually has to happen is that player with the 9 seconds can't go back on the ice until the second power play kicks in.
Oh, okay.
So you technically can't send the player that was in the box first. You send the second player because the 17 seconds is the second penalty.
Gotcha.
And the 2-minute penalty hasn't started yet.
Gotcha. Goodness gracious.
Yep.
So ACHA sends this one in deep for the Broncos. And that one gets sent all the way down to Kelsch. And it's picked up by Burton. 13:23 remaining in the second period. Burton. Broncos caught offside.
Again, because there's 3 players in the box, they're still 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And what technically should have happened is the player with the 9-second penalty should have left when the 17 seconds elapsed.
Right.
And then the player with the second penalty with the 17 seconds, he goes once there's a whistle.
It's a whole lot of confusion.
Yep.
So Dubecki sends this one in deep. It's picked up by ACHA. Now Stalzer sends it up top, but sends it through center. And that comes all the way back down to the Broncos zone. 1:02 remaining in that penalty.
Just not precise enough here from the Broncos, James. Just loose passes, not good enough puck retrieval. Just haven't been able to sort of set up here on the power play.
Yeah, Mikhailov with the puck. Looks, sends it up top for Dubecki. Back to Mikhailov. Down low for Stalzer. Back to Dubecki. Able to hold that line to Stalzer to Mikhailov. Back to Stalzer. A quick shot in front. Another shot. That goes just wide. And that goes all the way down. 22 seconds remaining on that penalty. Kelsch will hold it up behind his own net. 12-11 remaining in the period. 11-12 the shots in favor of Maryville. A 1-1 hockey game. Blaha sends this deep. Bombardier with it. Blaha trying to pick it up, and Maryville full strength. Broncos able to send this one deep. They'll touch up. Looking for a little bit of a cherry pick there, but nobody there. Broncos Kraus able to send that deep. Simpson pressuring. It is Skro with a shot that's held onto by Marisol.
So Broncos unable to click there, James, on the power play. Just wasn't sharp enough, wasn't quick enough, not precise enough puck movement. And Maryville kills off
3.
Kind of an extended 5-on-3.
Yep.
And a little bit of and then the 5-on-4. We'll see if that changes momentum at all, if Maryville is able to sort of build off that after killing off those 3 penalties.
Yeah, Kraus able to kick this one back in. He's able to hold that line. Maryville now breaking back down into the Broncos zone, shooting, and it's held off by Kelsch. Maryville trying to get something going, but the Broncos able to hold up. This sent in deep. Now Kraus chips that forward. Sent through. Tivers will chip it forward for Hemming. Hemming working his way all the way down. Now Kraus. Sent in deep again by Maryville. 10:41 remaining. Bombardier. Cross for McMahon. And Maryville able to snuff that one out, but McMahon still pressuring. Dubecki now from the other side. Picked up by Mondi. McMahon jumping in the mix again. Little cross check on Mondi there. Maryville working their way out. Picked up by Mondi. They'll battle through that corner. That squeaks out, and able to pick it up again was Mondi. Now Shura. Pass broken up by Maryville, and Dubecki able to kind of break up the play here. Dubecki with it now. Forward from McMahon to Dubecki. Dubecki takes it to that outside. Picked up by Shura. Shura with a shot, and that's held on to. And a huge cross check after the play. And nothing done. I think that was
Mondi. Yep. He got cross-checked
in the crease and got cross-checked and knocked over.
Cross-checked into the goalie and then got
cross-checked after.
Fell down. I think they're going to send Mondi to the box, though. Charge?
He's going to get a charge.
I thought at first glance he was kind of pushed in, but
yeah.
No, ref saw it otherwise and
so the Broncos on the penalty kill.
Didn't go in unassisted, if you will. so. See if Maryville, after killing off the penalty,
You would have thought, though, a lot of times you see the after as well.
Sure.
And stuff. So there was that cross-check afterwards. So that was interesting. But we'll go on the penalty kill. Maryville trying to work the top here. Mikhailov and Stalzer pressuring. Bronchos trying to shut down all lanes. Mikhailov. Now Stalzer pressuring. Maryville trying to work their way into the middle here. Kelsch will hold things up. So we'll have Sykes and Simpson jumping out there for the Broncos.
Maryville setting up in the umbrella, trying to look for the double tip in front. They got two bodies in front. Kind of making the power play run through the top.
So Shura trying to shut down that lane. Quick shot. Kelsch able to get there and kick it away. Net pops off, and he's able to reset that mooring. Maryville sending this one back out. They'll send it up to the top. Trying to get a screen on Kelsch. Able to jump in. Now Sykes. Sykes off to the races. He's on a one-on-one. Two Maryville players coming from behind. He shoots. That goes high and wide of the Maryville netminder. Maryville on the rush, working their way down into the Broncos zone. 57 seconds remaining in the penalty on the Broncos. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the period. 13-15 the shot. Kelsch able to fight that one off. Maryville from the top. Play broken up by Guerra. Guerra off to the races. He'll take it. He's got two. And he'll send it across for Skro. Skro shoots, and that goes just wide. Guerra trying to wrap it around, unable to do so. And Maryville, two great opportunities there for the Broncos with those rushes. Just unable to capitalize right there. Dubecki leaves it for Kraus. Kraus up for McMahon. McMahon sends it across for Tivers. Maryville able to intercept. They'll get a quick shot. That goes off the net, or off the crossbar, and comes out to center. 8 seconds remaining on the penalty to Mondi. McMahon tries to send that one out. Maryville trying to send it across. They'll try to work through the middle. Play broken up. Now McMahon. McMahon separated from the play. Maryville works their way down and in. Shot, and that goes up and into the corner over the netting.
Well, the Broncos probably had the best chance of the power play, James. Another chance shorthanded. Yeah. 2-on-1. Guerra finds Skro in the back door, but trying to catch it on your forehand and trying to shoot in one motion, he just sort of fans on it.
Yeah.
It's where ideally you'd like to have the kind of like the opening goal where you're on your offhand so you can one-time it. So ideally you'd like to have a righty there 2-on-1, but Broncos primarily a left-handed shooting club, though. Just looking down the lineup here.
So ACHA in for the draw. That's tipped and goes up and over into the corner. Burton able to finish a hit. Now Taylor. Taylor sends this up for Stalzer. Stalzer sends it across for ACHA. ACHA to Mikhailov. Mikhailov tries to tip it to ACHA, and Maryville able to intercept here. They'll send it in deep.
Heads up.
Now Stalzer, 2-on-1. Sends it across.
Wanted to.
Tries to jam it. That's ACHA. Unable to finish it. Now around for Mikhailov. He catches an edge, and Maryville able to send this one all the way down to the Broncos zone. Now ACHA. ACHA sidesteps it. Maryville intercepts. They'll shoot, and that doesn't get through Taylor. Burton, Taylor, and ACHA battling for the puck. Now Simpson. Simpson and Guerra. Simpson sends it deep. Guerra Heads behind the net. Big hit from Guerra. Now Sykes. Simpson able to break it up. Stays with it. Maryville intercepts momentarily. And they'll take over, and we'll have a penalty coming up. I think it's going to be a cross check. Is that going to be on Maryville? So Maryville with another penalty.
Broncos need to take advantage and capitalize on this.
Yeah.
Jackson
the number
White
of penalties
goes to the box for cross check.
The number of penalties coming in right now to Maryville, Broncos have to capitalize on something.
Have to. Yep. Fourth power play
of the period.
Yep. Got to make them pay.
So we'll have Mikhailov, Stalzer, ACHA, Sykes, and Dubecki. Sykes with it. Back to Dubecki. Dubecki, look, sends it to Mikhailov. Mikhailov to Dubecki. Back to Mikhailov. To Dubecki. Waits for it, sends it to Sykes. Sykes tries to send it through. Quick shot that gets deflected in front. Now Mikhailov. And that'll go up and into the netting.
Faceoff should come outside because it was deflected off Mikhailov's stick. Mikhailov or Mikhailov? Potato, potato?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one sent back for Sykes. Now Dubecki to Mikhailov to Sykes. He'll break it into the zone. He'll drop a pass back, and that's picked up by Stalzer. The Broncos will start again. Stalzer sends it across. Maryville able to break it up. 1:18 remaining into the power play. 5:04 remaining in the period. A 1-1 hockey game. 14-15 the shots in favor of Maryville.
I thought that faceoff might come back inside. I thought Maryville's player was inside the blue line. Oh, all right. One.
We'll have to figure out what that all means at some point in time. Like I said, they tried to explain it to me last year, and it made 0 sense.
If there are any fans out there that understand the rule,
let us know.
Yeah, right into us.
So Blaha to Simpson to Burton. Burton will send it in deep. Blaha will head to the corner. Picked up by Simpson to Blaha. Blaha to Bombardier. Back to Blaha. Down to Simpson to Blaha. That's broken up and picked up by Bombardier at center.
Blind
35
pass.
seconds. Now Blaha to Guerra. Guerra holds. Now Bombardier. Blaha looking for that redirect in front, unable to connect. Now Blaha from the corner. A little back and forth battle here. And the Bronco student section getting into it. Loose puck picked up by the Broncos. Now Burton. That shot deflected. Bombardier with it. Maryville full strength. Blaha sends this one through. Now McMahon sends it deep. This one down to Bombardier. Bombardier looking, sends it to Burton. Maryville able to intercept momentarily. Burton sends this one in deep. That's gloved by the netminder for Maryville, and he'll drop it for his own team. We'll have a penalty coming up here on Mondi. It's going to be a trip.
Yeah.
So Mondi with the trip. There's just an interception in that process.
Yeah, I kind of lost control of the puck, and it wasn't in control of his stick. Pretty easy call for the official. And the Broncos will go back to the penalty kill. It's been a back-and-forth sort of power play penalty kill type of period, James. Not exactly even flowing 5-on-5 hockey this period.
Yeah. This one D to D for Maryville. They'll try to work it from the corner. Sending down low. Up high, looking for the shot. Tivers looking for that block. Quick shot deflected by Shura. And the Broncos able to kill this one.
Nice
all the
block
way
by
down.
Shura. I think he took that one in the hand.
Maryville trying to work their way down into the Broncos zone. They'll gain. Burton able to break up the play here momentarily. Kraus able to rim this one all the way around. Maryville starting from behind their own net. Pressuring Stalzer. Kraus. Now Burton. This to Stalzer. Stalzer with an opportunity there. And Maryville able to snuff that one out. Now Mikhailov all alone. Works his way down. Splits one. Gets shut down. Now Simpson. Burton able to snuff out Maryville's number 11. Simpson tries to send that one through. Now Burton able to send this one out. 19 seconds remaining on the penalty. 1:19 remaining in the period. A 1-1 hockey game. Maryville able to gain the zone. Quick shot that goes up and into the netting. 1:04 remaining in the period.
Good stick there by Kraus on the one-on-one. Last second. Quick at the stick in there, deflected out of play. And UCO kills it off, so Maryville able to convert on the first power play, but since then, not a lot of productivity coming out of the power plays, James.
Right.
Good kills, getting in lanes, clearing pucks when they're there.
Rebman in for the draw. Mondi digging at this one. Shura rims this one around for McMahon. Picked up by Dubecki. Maryville able to intercept momentarily. Now Dubecki sends it forward for McMahon. Trying to send it to Mondi.
That's interference.
Shura.
Interference?
Not tonight.
All right.
Now Mondi sends that one forward. Going forward is Rebman. He'll get the hit to Mondi. Rebman tries to rim it back around. Unable to connect. Now Bombardier. 10 seconds remaining. Bombardier brings it down into the Maryville end. He'll look across, shoot around, and that'll do it for period number 2. So Curtis, end of 2.
Much the same as the first, James.
Yeah.
Pretty even period. Neither team, well, I guess Maryville had a conversion on the power play, but each team had four chances each on the power play. UCO with an extended 5-on-3. Wasn't able to convert that one. Did have a good chance shorthanded, but again, just pretty even period. I think Maryville with probably the bulk of the physicality, though, James.
Right.
Leaning on the Broncos players, getting pucks in deep, playing heavy on our D, and we haven't necessarily seen that from UCO tonight. Getting pucks in deep, winning battles in the corners. And I'd like to see a little bit better board play from the Broncos wingers. They're coming down to help out, but it's not being hard enough on the walls, and
Right.
the puck's getting turned over there, and it's letting Maryville sort of sustain our pressure. So we'll see if the Broncos can eke out a win here, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
fairly
an
even game.
Yeah.
14-15, 2 even teams. We'll see the outcome in the third.
Absolutely. We'll be back for period number 3. This is James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson, Bronco Hockey Live. from atop of the... I'll get it eventually. This is Bronco Hockey Live for period number 3. It's a 1-1 hockey game. After 2 shots on goal, 14 to 15 in favor of your Broncos.
Well, James,
Curtis?
comes down to the final 20.
It does. It does.
As it should. 2 top 10 teams going at it.
Yeah, definitely that shows that top 10 matchup.
Right. There's not a big difference between a number 1 team, a number 10 team, a number 6 team.
Yeah.
Those teams are for a reason.
For sure. So as we get ready, we'll start the period with even hockey.
We'll see if it. Yeah.
We haven't started a period since the first. With
even hockey. We haven't had even hockey all night.
Right.
We'll see if it comes down to even hockey or if it's going to come down to special teams. Because so far, 1 shorty for the Broncos, 1 power play goal for Maryville.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Broncos, Mikhailov starts it up. Sends it behind. Maryville able to intercept here momentarily. And now Dubecki shoots that, ricochets off Maryville. And Dubecki able to get back, and Shura regains for the Broncos. Simpson to Mikhailov. Play broken up by Maryville. And they'll get met quickly by Stalzer and Mikhailov. Mikhailov with the shot that's deflected.
And the numbers.
And we'll have a penalty.
Stalzer took advantage, though. He was going to go, too.
He's going to go as well.
Should have let it go. Didn't see the ref had called it, but that's one where you,
went to stick up for his teammate, but at the same time, just cost us as well.
Yep. And these Maryville players still down.
So, Stalzer will go.
Yeah. And it'll probably be the same penalty twice, I assume. Boarding for both, maybe. Check from behind for both. I don't know.
So.
Oh. Well, there you go.
So.
Looks like, sounds like, again, this is really nice while you're set up right close here.
Right.
Stalzer's going to get a 5 major.
For the cross check.
Yep. And then the
it's gonna,
initial call is going to be a boarding.
Boarding, yeah.
So like you said, sticking up for your teammate, but
ends up costing you.
Yeah. And not what you want to see, too. Maryville player still down. Hopefully he's okay.
It's the medical team
Yeah.
for UCO out there as well.
Looks like the athletic trainer's checking out his neck, but it looks like he's going to get up under his own power. Little assistance, but looks to be okay, so. And I imagine they're going to have somebody serve number 23's penalty because he's the player injured, but he was the one that took the penalty, so they'll get someone to serve that, I imagine.
Well.
Yep.
So the Broncos will have the 5-minute.
And number
22 serving the 2-minute penalty.
For boarding. What did they say it was, James? Boarding and a cross-check?
Boarding and a cross-check, yeah.
So it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then Maryville will have a 3-minute power play.
Yeah. It's going to make for an interesting night tomorrow night as well.
Yep. Penalty being served by Cam Edwards for the injured Jackson White. Well, said it might come to special teams, right? So
yeah. 19-20. We're still in the first minute of the game. Or of the period. Sykes to Burton with the shot. That gets deflected and kicked away. Simpson. Now Maryville trying to work their way out. Maryville able to send this one in deep. It's been a while since I've been between the benches. Goes back a few years, back when you were playing and I was working the penalty box for the Broncos.
I have to say, it is a pretty good setup that we got up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feel a little spoiled after being in the corner for
I know,
3
right?
years.
So Mikhailov in for the draw. Able to come up with it. Bombardier now. Maryville starting from behind their own net. And Bombardier able to break up the play. Now Burton to ACHA. He splits. And sends around for Burton. Burton able to get a shot past. And Kraus trying to get a one-timer. Maryville trying to send this one all the way down. Burton able to break up the play. Now, Scrow working his way down into the Maryville zone. Puts on the brakes, sends it back for Taylor. Taylor pinches up. "16 seconds remaining on that penalty to Maryville. They'll work their way down into the zone, trying to split past Tivers, unable to do so. Now Taylor to Tivers. Tivers on the break. Puts on the brakes, sends it deep. 2:53 remaining on the penalty to the Broncos. Maryville full strength. And we'll see the Bronco penalty kill unit. 17 minutes remaining in this third period. 16-15 the shots in favor of the Broncos. Now McMahon. Maryville tries to send this one to their D, and it'll come all the way down to their own end. 2:18 remaining in the penalty. Maryville through center. Shura pressuring. Dubecki able to chip that. Maryville able to pick it up again from the top here. Maryville working the outside, looking for an opportunity to get that shot off. And that shot goes high and wide. Now, Maryville trying to break it into the zone. Simpson able to break up the play. Now Sykes, he gets taken down. Puck loose. And that one goes up and out of play. Minute 22 remaining on that penalty to Stalzer. 15:42 remaining in the period.
Gonna have to battle through some stuff here. Sykes on a slash partial breakaway type thing.
Yeah. Looks like number 23 for Maryville is going to go ahead and leave the ice.
Yep. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
Never like to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. You want guys to battle, but you never want it to get to that point.
Right. Never want to see
where a guy
this.
has to leave the game.
Exactly.
So Kraus sends this one deep. Minute 13 remaining. Maryville from their own end. Able to gain the Bronco zone. Pressure from Kraus. And Burton able to send that one all the way down. 56 seconds remaining in the penalty. 1-1, 16-15 the shots in favor of your Broncos. And another puck out of play. Off the deflection.
Good read there by Burton. Steps up. Maryville player kind of telegraphs where he's going with it. He steps up, deflects that out of play. Get a reset on the faceoff.
So Mikhailov in for the draw. He's with Skro, Burton, and Kraus. This one will pop out, and Maryville caught offside.
Yep, couldn't quite hold the line there. Just about, but linesman's right there. Just kind of squirted off the end of Chartier's stick there.
Maryville going to go ahead and take that change.
Broncos have done a pretty good job thus far killing the penalty, James. Collapsing back to the house, taking away the high traffic areas, and making sure they send it the whole length of the ice.
So Maryville gaining the zone here. Kraus trying to force this outside. Burton adding pressure. Kelsch able to make the save here, and Broncos send this one all the way down. 22 seconds remaining in the penalty. 14:38 remaining in the period. 16-16 your shots. And Maryville caught offside once again. So 11 seconds on the penalty to Stalzer.
Well, and then we'll see if we get any 5-on-5 hockey here, James.
Right.
It's kind of been a little bit of a disjointed second and third, just amount of man advantages, penalty kills. Can be tough too to get into the flow of the game, right? You can't necessarily get your four lines going. You gotta, you obviously have specific bodies that play power play, specific guys that play penalty kill.
Right. Kelsch puts that one off the side. This one sent all the way down, and that'll do it for the Bronco penalty kill. Broncos full strength. Stalzer out there. He's going to set up in front. Maryville trying to work their way down into the Bronco zone. Broncos able to play it and offside. And Shura was thinking it was going to go all the way.
Yeah, I think that's being a little bit, little anxious, maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Just trying to stir the pot, but no, the ref's never going to go for that one.
Stalzer takes a hook and a shot. So Stalzer with it. And a quick wraparound shot from Stalzer. The wraparound by Blaha. Stalzer looking for the shot. Stalzer taken down. Net comes off, and a little extra after. Stalzer's just going to let him take it.
Yep. So went to the net looking to score a goal.
Yep.
Goaltender lost his glove in that commotion too as well.
But good on Stalzer.
So
he was there. He played net front Guy took the extra slash. He could have responded back. He didn't.
Well, he knows that they're going to go after him now. They're going to target him, right? And you have to know that.
Mm-hmm. So Sykes will take the draw. Bronchos Simpson able to get that one. Play split by Maryville. Sykes pressuring. This comes right to Bombardier. Bombardier sends this one all the way around. Picking that up is Kraus. And holding the line was Sykes there. Maryville able to gain the zone. Good snuff out here by the Broncos. Now Guerra. Guerra looks, carries it. Intercepted by Maryville. They'll send it in deep. From the corner, Bombardier and Burton battling here. Now Sykes from the corner. And we'll have a penalty coming up. I believe that's going to be on Maryville.
Yes, it is, James. Wasn't really sure, to be honest.
We'll wait and see. But yeah, are we going to be seeing a period of special teams the rest of the way? 22 trying to go after Stalzer again as Stalzer gets on the ice. Number 9 for Maryville. Will sit in the box for 2. And we'll see what the Bronco power play can do here.
Yeah, it probably is going to come down to special teams, James. We've been thinking it's going to be in maybe let's get a 5-on-5. Let's see if we can play some 5-on-5 hockey, but looks like it's going to be played and won and lost with a man advantage or a penalty kill. Or
yeah, Dubecki took that shot. Puck left behind for him by Kelsch. Now Burton to Mikhailov. He cuts through a couple. Burton unable to connect. He'll send it over for Stalzer. Stalzer to ACHA, sorry. Now this comes back to Dubecki from Mikhailov. Burton with it. That'll go up and out of play. And the faceoff will be in the Maryville zone. 1:17 remaining in this third period. Minute 17 remaining in the penalty. 11:45 remaining in the period. Shots on goal 17-16 as we are knotted up at 1.
And the second power play unit will come out. Sykes, Simpson, Guerra, and Blaha.
This one sent back to Bombardier over to Simpson. Simpson back to Bombardier. To Simpson. To Bombardier. Looks to Sykes. Sykes out in front. This held almost by Simpson. Simpson able to get back to Bombardier. He'll send it to the far corner. Now Blaha. This rimmed around by Guerra. To Bombardier. Shot blocked to Blaha. Blaha able to stay with it. Maryville able to break it up for a second. This one comes out to Bombardier. It pops over his stick, and it'll come out to center.
Just
to
took
Sykes.
a bounce on him.
To Simpson. Drop for Guerra. Guerra to Simpson. Quick shot from Sykes, and that's broken up. And Guerra tripped up. This will come all the way out to Dubecki. Back to Simpson. To Sykes. Play broken up, and we'll have a penalty coming up on the Broncos.
Yeah, it's going to be on Sykes.
They're going to call a trip.
Yeah. He bobbled it. Tried to win the puck. Gets only his feet. And in 4 seconds, Maryville will be on the power play. Broadcaster curse, James? Is that what it is? When
I don't
want
know,
a little
man.
5-on-5 and we just got straight power
Louise.
play and trading power play chances.
Quite the battle, though.
No, it's been a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Shots are even, evenly contested. I would say the hits are probably the same.
Penalties are
Penalties
right about
are
the
probably
same.
about even. Yeah. It's been a well played game, to be honest.
Stalzer and Mikhailov pressuring here.
Team's not exactly in mid-season form either.
Right.
So, not snapping it around quite yet. Not necessarily moving as fast as you would be as you gear up to nationals, but
right. Well, in Maryville, now Mikhailov all alone. Cuts through a couple, sends it in deep. Tivers trying to pressure. Scrow trying to break up the play. This one comes back to Maryville. Scrow able to come up with it. He'll send it all the way down. Now Maryville from their own end. McMahon pressuring. Burton. And Maryville strikes. So it's a 2-1 hockey game. Maryville strikes with 9:24 remaining in the third period.
it's a really nice play by number 93. He beats a D-man to the corner and just finds him back door. Adams sets up Chartier.
Yeah.
It's 2-1. Kelch unable to get across, but just a nice drive by Adams as he beats the D-man to the corner.
Right.
And just great pass across the seam. Nothing Kelch can do about that one. 2-1 Maryville.
So ACHA in for the draw. Kraus comes up with it.
See if the Broncos can respond here, James.
Absolutely. Mikhailov sends this one up for Kraus. Broncos will have to touch up. ACHA to Bombardier. Back to ACHA. Deflected. Now Mikhailov. Mikhailov now pressuring Maryville, working their way down into the Broncos zone. Play broken up. They'll try to pop that out in front. Bombardier able to redirect. Now, Broncos able to send this one out. Stalzer chips it forward. Broncos able to get a change. Able to win that one is Burton. Maryville sends this one up top. They'll go D to D. Redirected and off a stick. Now Sykes. He gets tripped up. Now Maryville from their own end. 7:50 remaining in the period. Broncos able to rim this one around. Maryville once again from their own end. Shots even at 17. This 1-2 hockey game.
Yeah, the difference is just the man advantage, James.
Yeah.
Maryville twice, UCO none.
Yep. Got to find a way.
Yeah, you gotta dig deep now. We said at the top, right? They're gonna give their best.
Yep.
You're the #1 ranked team. You're gonna get people's best night in and night out. So we'll see what the Broncos are made up here early in the season. Do they have the resolve to come back? Do they have the resolve to dig deep and see if they can get this thing back to even?
Tivers in for the draw and able to win that one back. Taylor sends that one forward. Now Blaha to Burton. Play broken up by Maryville. Blaha pressuring. Blaha with it. Back to Burton. Over to Taylor. To Blaha. Shot. That gets rifled wide. Now Dubecki. To Burton. His shot to the chest of Marisol.
We'll see Coach Rivera here shorten the bench too, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the EHA and Sykes line get a regular diet of ice here.
Redman coming in for the draw with Mondi and McMahon. This one comes all the way out to Dubecki to Shura. He'll send it in deep. And Maryville will start with it. Maryville pressuring. Here. Shura able to shut that one down. Shura without a stick. He'll hop off. Into the mix is Burton. Or, I'm sorry, Bombardier. Bombardier looking for that runaway. And Maryville able to break up the play. Mondi with a hit. Dubecki to McMahon. And we'll have a penalty coming up on Maryville.
It's going to be
number 19.
Knee trip.
Two for kneeing.
Yep.
Let's see if the Bronco power play can get something going here. Iha, Mikhailov, Burton,
need one.
Stalzer, and Dubecki. So Iha in for the draw. This one comes back to Burton to Dubecki. Over to Mikhailov. To Dubecki. To Mikhailov. Back to Dubecki. Looks to Burton. Tries to send it across. That's redirected by Iha. So Kelsch rims that around. Picked up by Burton. He'll put on the gas to Dubecki. Dubecki works his way down into the corner. Puck squirts loose here. And we'll have a high stick.
I don't know if that was or not. 113.
A lot of frustration.
Yep.
For the Broncos right now.
113 for the Chos.
5:05 remaining in the period. Shots on goal, 18-17 in favor of the Broncos.
I'd like to see more bodies when there's a puck battle, James.
Yeah.
If they got 2, you need 3. If they got 3, put 4 in there.
Yeah.
Got to win those puck battles on the power play.
So Sykes able to win the draw. Bombardier sends this one all the way around. Jumping in is Blaha.
There's bodies in there. Now they got 3.
Sykes.
Have another.
Back to Blaha to Sykes. Sykes up top for Simpson. Simpson across for Bombardier. Bombardier back to Simpson. Back to Bombardier. Tries to send it down in front for Guerra. And Maryville able to send this one out. 44 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Joe's keep trying to force it to the slot there. Make that one extra pass.
Now Blaha. To Bombardier. Now Blaha. Out to Simpson, to Sykes. Sykes sends it out in front. Redirect in front.
Ooh.
And Guerra ends up getting hit into the net. 21 seconds remaining in the penalty. No change for Maryville.
Guerra, nice try on the deflection there.
Yeah.
Just doesn't get it elevated enough. And then gets decked into the post for his troubles.
Yeah.
Well, 21 seconds, James.
Yeah. Get it done now, right? So ACHA, Maryville able to send this one all the way down. Mikhailov will start it off for the Broncos.
That should probably do it for the power play.
So Mikhailov works his way down. And the Broncos caught offside. Four seconds on the power play for the Broncos. 3:56 remaining in the period. Burton sends that one in. That gets deflected up. Picked up by the Broncos. Dubecki. Maryville full strength. Mikhailov to ACHA. ACHA sends that in deep. Broncos will get a change. McMahon and Tivers will step on. Now Dubecki. Now Burton to Skro. Skro from the outside tries to take the shot. That gets deflected and broken up. Loose puck. Comes back to Kraus. Kraus sends it in deep for Skro. Skro from behind the Maryville net. Now Tivers. Tivers looking. Drops for Kraus. Play broken up, and Maryville trying to work their way back down to the Broncos zone. This will come back to Bombardier. Bombardier sends it forward for Skro. Skro to McMahon. That's broken up as well. Now Bombardier. 2:42 remaining. Now Kraus. Simpson. Play broken up again. Now Guerra. Guerra with it. Looks. Sends it across. Shot. Broken up. 2:22 remaining. Now Dubecki to Simpson. Picked up by Sykes. Now Dubecki. Quick shot. Guerra pressuring. Maryville will send this one all the way in. And we're going to have a penalty on Dubecki. Interference.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Not going to lie to you.
Coach Rivera not happy right now.
No. He's saying he didn't touch him. I
didn't see it.
I honestly didn't see it. It looked like it was kind of behind the play a little bit.
Maryville's going to go ahead and take a timeout.
Well, it just got a little bit harder, James. 5 on 4 now, right? 2 minutes, 1:53 on the clock.
1:53 remaining.
You got to score a shorty.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to come from your own end.
Yep. And I guess look for the Broncos to pull their goalie at some point.
Right. Interesting night.
Yeah, special teams night.
Yeah.
We said in the first 10, though, it was going to be, letting them play.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Definitely hasn't been a letting them play.
No. Been a special teams battle.
Yeah.
Broncos with the shorty, and obviously the 2 power play goals for Maryville, the difference.
Right. Shots on goal, 19-17 in favor of the Broncos. 1:51 remaining in the period. ACHA pressuring. Now Mikhailov. Mikhailov will send this deep. Bombardier, first man down there. Mikhailov rims it around. Broncos looking to be able to pull Kelsch.
Yeah, couldn't gain control in the corner.
And we're going to have another penalty coming up on ACHA.
Yeah, it's going to be an elbow. And that will probably do it, James.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, another interesting night.
Yeah, and I have to pick a player of the game, don't I? I guess that kind of sums it up that I don't necessarily... Okay.
That's a hard one.
Okay.
Kraus. Broncos pressuring. Kelsch was looking to go.
And that's off by
Still.
about 8 feet.
Yeah. Yeesh. I don't know.
He was watching the play, I guess. Didn't see the net was off.
Yeah.
Happens.
Rough night.
Yeah.
I think that's the story of the night.
Yep.
And
not the Broncos' best.
Yeah, and they put together a better night tomorrow night and go from there.
Yep. The
And they're going to go ahead and pull Kelsch.
Mm-hmm.
Maryville gets tied up, loses the edge there, and Simpson able to shut that down. 36 seconds remaining. Sykes rims it around. Simpson pressuring. Broncos able to break up the play. Stalzer gets tripped up. This one comes out to Mikhailov. Mikhailov all alone takes the shot. That gets deflected wide. 15 seconds remaining. That put on net, and we'll have a cover up here with 10.4 seconds remaining.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, James. The Broncos went undefeated to home last year? I have slept since the last season, so.
I think so.
Okay. Can't remember. I have, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Looks like the Broncos are going to go ahead and take a timeout.
I think that is right. So, your number one team, you lose a game.
Yep.
Season's not over. It's not over till March, so.
Right. It's game one.
Yeah, dust yourself off the canvas. Come back tomorrow.
Work on stuff. Watch some game tape.
Yep.
And go from there.
I think I would say the execution in the offensive zone tonight wasn't necessarily where the Broncos wanted to be.
Right.
I think it was too easy for Maryville to come out of their zone. And just, you've kind of been saying it all night, right? A little bit disjointed of a game, right? You can't get into the flow of it because it's them get a penalty, then we get a penalty, then, back and
forth. Hard
to
get something going.
Exactly, right? And it just comes down to special teams battle. And unfortunately tonight, the Broncos don't come out on the winning side of the special teams battle.
I mean, it's 10.4 seconds remaining. I guess, if you can win a face-off.
True. Yeah, true.
Get a blast and jam her home.
Yeah, true.
Sykes Mikhailov, Guerra, and Simpson out there for the Broncos. So if you can get the win to, well, you could have gotten the win to 6.1 seconds. Broncos had the shot.
Yeah, they did. They did after they lost the draw. They won the battle and got it out front.
So they get the draw on the other side. Sykes in for it. 2, and that will do it for the night. So the number 1 Broncos take this one and learn from it.
Yep. Like we were just saying, though, it's the first game of the season. It's not how you start the season; it's how you end the season.
It's how you finish it.
So, I mean, does it sting losing at home opener?
Absolutely.
Of course it does.
Oh yeah.
That should add fuel to the fire. That should add motivation. That should add, hey, we gotta bring it every night. We gotta be our best every stinking night. Because if we're not, I said it at the opening. When you're the number 1 team, you'll get the best from every opponent.
Right. Absolutely.
And they will bring their best night in and night out because you're the number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah. And so you have to bring your best every time.
You do.
Absolutely.
And I would say from an effort level it was there tonight, but the execution level on the power play, and ultimately, right, two power play goals for the other team, so unable to kill off 2 penalties.
Yeah.
Yes, that both teams had their chances, right? You had lots of shorthanded efforts from one team, you had shorthanded for the other team, but I mean, ultimately, special teams battle wins out tonight, and Maryville's going home the winners.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be here tomorrow night, same time. I believe it's a 7:45 puck drop once again. We'll get after it again, and we'll call it a night tonight as the Broncos fall to Maryville 1-2. This is Bronco Hockey Live. James Jalbert with Curtis Johnson. We'll see you later.